Hi, I'm Keith and welcome to the channel. Well, that is a wrap on week 10. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did, so let's break it down. So, overall, I'd say I did pretty well this past week, considering it was in fact Thanksgiving. Now, last week I said that I was only going to have turkey, some veggies, and some sweet potatoes, and maybe a little bit of mashed potatoes. Well, I decided on Thanksgiving that went out the window. I had turkey, I had mashed potatoes, I had stuffing, I had sweet potato casserole. The only thing I didn't have were veggies or steamed sweet potatoes. But I thought, you know what? I think I earned a proper Thanksgiving dinner, considering the temptation I was able to fight the morning before. The morning before, we had a nice little breakfast with some family members that weren't going to be here on Thanksgiving. And I made my world famous breakfast pizza, and my mother made magnificent Norwegian waffles. At least, I think they were magnificent because I didn't have any. I stuck with oatmeal. This is what I had, and this is what everyone else got to enjoy. And I was very proud of myself because those waffles smelled amazing. The breakfast pizza looked pretty darn good. But I told myself, you got to stick to the plan. We're coming into hostile territory right now with potential weight gain. Let's not get crazy. So I was good for that breakfast. The following day on Thanksgiving, I didn't eat pretty much the whole day. I kind of starved myself, which I don't recommend doing. But then when it came time for dinner, I partook in the festivities. And I have zero regrets. I enjoyed each plateful. Yes, two platefuls. Now, when it came time for the weigh in, I was a little nervous because I'm still not walking yet. And I just had a Thanksgiving dinner a couple days ago or so now. Let's weigh in. 370.0. I still managed to lose a little over 3 pounds from the last weigh in. And I thought last week surprised me. This week definitely surprised me. While there wasn't a massive drop in the weight like the week before, 3 pounds the week of Thanksgiving, that's a victory I'll take. The knee is almost there. I can't drive to the fairgrounds right now. The car is currently offline in need of some maintenance, and I just have to get around to doing it. Some of it could be within my skill realm, and some of it maybe not so much. Hopefully I have some kind of update, but truth be told, if the car is down for the upcoming month of December, I'm not totally concerned with that. You know, now that November has come to an end, I'd like to take a moment just to do a little recap. When I started in September, I was too heavy for the home scale. Then on week 1, I was still too heavy for the home scale. It wasn't until week 2 when I got back on the scale, which was 407.4, just shy of what the original starting weight was in 2018. And since being back on the scale in week 2, I have lost 37.4 pounds. Now, that's the only weight that we know of, but I'm pretty sure there was some significant weight loss in the first 2 weeks. But we're only going to go on what we can actually see for progress, and what we've seen started at 407, so that's what we're going to have to take. Week 10 has come to an end, and, you know, it's like this. There's a part of me that's really thrilled about the progress I'm making. I mean, the shirt is getting looser again, the pants are getting looser again, but then there's this other side of me that I did all this. I did this in 2018. And I think there was more magic with that because that was the first time I was really doing this. That was the first time I was really pushing myself and, properly documenting it. That's not to say I'm not proud of myself right now. It's just, I should have never got here again. And I think that's the crushing thing, that I got as heavy as I did again. I mean, 407.4 for the week 2 weigh-in. Who knows how high I really was on day 1 when I started. We're not going to dwell on that too much, but just a little bit. I think that will almost cover things for now, but before I go, I do have a question to ask you wonderful group of people that watch. Is anyone interested in any of the stuff that happened after the Grand Canyon in 2021 to pre-September 2025? Because there were some adventures and some hikes there that I never did proper videos for. I did a couple lazy videos where I slapped together footage and put music on it. In fact, I didn't even cover the Grand Canyon properly. I just kind of cobbled together like me hiking at certain points, slapped on some obnoxious music. So if you would like to see me go into depth with some of those videos, maybe talk about the hikes, talk about where I was mentally during those adventures, drop a comment, let me know. Week 11 is coming up, and I see snow in the forecast. So I predict there will be snow shoveling in my near future, which, if you watched in 2018, you know, this channel, we are no stranger to snow shoveling. So if you want to let me know you watched this far into the video, let me know in the comments if you do want to see me cover some of the past adventures, or leave the past in the past and just focus on the present to work my way towards the future. That will wrap things up for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, and I'll see you later.